Alhamdulillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nice to have the brothers here. MashaAllah, Isa is here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. Junaid, welcome back. Yeah, so this is often what happens. This is one of the perils of taking a break, be it forced upon us. When, 1 week I think I was traveling, another week there was the conference, and we inevitably had a gap of approximately 3 weeks, if not more. And then, naturally the momentum does stagnate. But inshallah, we'll get back into it, and people will remember that, yes, this is the time that we used to have a class. So inshallah, bear patiently with us, and apologize also for the 15-minute delay. But mind you, I came at 7:30, but the brothers weren't here at that time. So that's also fine, inshallah. So what we'll do, we'll begin now, inshallah. Now we reached Ad-Dars al-Khamis. And Ad-Dars al-Khamis, the fifth dars in Madeenah Book 1, is a very special lesson because it introduces some new concepts. And we spoke about those concepts already. Now, for the brothers who are here, I know Isa is new, Junaid and Faiz, I think you guys have been here before. So can someone tell me what they know, or maybe even Isa, if he knows, what are some of the things being introduced in Ad-Dars al-Khamis? And if you want the mic, I can give you the mic and you can explain it over the mic, inshallah. Put your hand up or you can start typing the answer. Okay? No problem, Isa. Basically, we're asking what are some of the new things, because Dars al-Khamis, we already started it. And we've had, I think, 2 sessions already in Dars al-Khamis. So what are every lesson in this book, every Dars introduces a new concept or some new ideas that we want to build on previous ideas with the new ones. So this particular lesson, Dars al-Khamis, this is really where things get alive and you learn some interesting concepts. And some of the homework that I gave the other guys before the break was to go to the Quran and find certain examples of those things that we learned in this lesson. So my question was, what are some of the concepts that we picked up on and that Ad-Dars al-Khamis is actually presenting to us? What are some of the concepts? Junaid had his hand up, he's got the mic. Go ahead, Junaid.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum assalam.
We studied mudafun ilayhi, how the noun converts when mudaf ilayhi is introduced, how the word takes the conversion. That is what we got introduced in Darsul Khamsa.
Jazakallah khairan, Junaid. Say Ad-Dars al-Khamis.
Dars al-Khamis.
Khamis, yeah. Khamis, we're going to learn this later on anyway, but al-Khamis means 5th. And Khamsa means 5. Okay? So that's why the lesson is called al-Khamis. It's the 5th lesson. Khamsa, not lesson. The title is given. Jazakallah khairan. So that's one of the things that we spoke about. Was mudafun wa mudafun ilayhi, and this is actually the main lesson, main concept being taught in this class. Over here, in the beginning of the lesson, it shows a dialogue with Sa'id, Yasir, and then later on Ali. Okay, Markaz Athri, Muzammil can't hear anything. Can the other brothers hear me? Isa, can you hear me? Junaid, Faiz, can you guys hear me? I think Markaz has to go out and come back in. Alright, so the problem seems you're on your end. Muzammil, if you could just relog in, inshallah. Jayid. So what we said was that if you want to show that an object belongs to something or belongs to someone. You're trying to define that object by giving it some type of an attachment. For example, where's the lid of this this jar? So this lid belongs to the jar. It's the jar's lid, the lid of the jar. In Arabic, we have the same concept, and there are two ways of reaching that very same concept. So let's say, for example, a book belongs to Khalid. Okay, a book belongs to Khalid. So you say Alif Lam, yeah. Al-Kitabu. And why does it only have one Dhamma? Why didn't I say Al-Kitabun? I'm going to give the mic to whoever wants it. I think hopefully if you guys have not got noisy backgrounds, I can give you all the mic, and it's only a small class, so we can all have the mics open and just talk. You guys okay with that? If you have an objection, put your hand up, otherwise I'll give you the mic. If you don't want the mic, put your hand up. Oh, Junaid, if you do not want the mic, put your hand up. So does that mean you want it or you don't want it? Okay. Nice. Isa, here comes the mic. Faiz. Muzammil. I think with the Faiz and Muzammil, we're going to get some feedback because they seem to have headphones different to the open mic that you have on the laptop. Using it, so they have a tablet, it says you're using a tablet or a phone. WizIQ tells us that. Anyway, I'm giving you guys the mic so you can give me direct answers. Why are we saying Al-Kitabu? Why don't we say Al-Kitabun?
Because of Al.
Because of Alif Lam. When you have Alif Lam on the word, then two Dhammas that we learn in Dars al-Awwal becomes one Dhamma. Al-Kitabu. And when you want to show that a book belongs or something belongs to something else, you use this word, this letter here, Li. Okay? Li. Lam with a kasra underneath it. And that kasra, that lam with the kasra underneath it means belongs to. Belongs to. So if I say Al-Kitabu Li, I need to give mention of a person or a thing or a name of what that or who or what that book belongs to. So in this case, I might say, for example, Al-Kitabu Li, and again, part of the handwriting, Li Khalidin. Okay. Al-Kitabu Li Khalidin. Now, as you may recall from Dars al-Thalith, if I'm not mistaken, or Dars al-Rabi', we went through the list of people's names. Let me quickly scroll up. There it is. There we are. A list of people's names. Can you read them, please? Isa, can you read them?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Muhammad.
Muhammad. I want you to read the signs at the end, because what we said was the most important sound in these words is the end sign, the sound which comes at the end. So in that case, you're going to say Muhammadun, Khalidun.
Muhammadun, Khalidun, Amidun, Yasirun, Ammarun.
Well done. Junaid, continue please.
Sayyidun, Aliyun, Abbasun.
Well done, Ahsantum. So, and this is the difference between the masculine names, all these ones, and the feminine names. What can you notice immediately, the difference between them?
Dhamma, the female names, two Dhamma.
That's correct. Two Dhammas, females have one Dhamma. Even if no ta marbuta, Zainabu, because it's female, feminine, it still has one Dhamma. Maryamu. And also, if there's a masculine name, like that also takes one Dhamma. Right? because it has finishes with Tamar Bota. Anyway, the point here is that names usually have masculine names when you have two dhammas. So two dhammas, if you place a harful jar. Okay, I'm going to turn off one of your mics because I think feedback is coming from one of them. I'm not sure which one. I'll try with Junaid first. Leave Isa's mic on, see if the feedback is still there. Okay, it seems to have gone. So if we keep this, if we put lam, which is known as harful jar, a letter that causes jar, and the meaning of jar is kasra. Okay, in one, or the main meaning of jar is kasra. So if we put this lam, this letter of kasra, before the word khalidun, then those two dhammas that we just read a few pages back turn into what, Isa? Two?
I don't know. So I don't know the term, but the
Two
din
kasras.
sound.
Turns into two kasras. So khalidun becomes li khalidin. Li khalidin. Right? So al-kitabu li khalidin. If I ask you whose book is this, you're going to tell me that this book belongs to
Khalid.
Khalid. In Arabic you say al-kitabu li khalidin. This one only has one dhamma because of alif or lam. This one has two kasras for two reasons. Number one, you have a harf jar. And number two, we used to have two dhammas. So two dhammas will convert itself into two kasras because of harful jar, the letter of jar. And the letter of jar, the word jar is another word which might be understood as kasra. So the letter which causes a kasra. And if you go back to the Dars al-Rabi', or if I'm not mistaken, Dars al-Thalith, you'll see that fi, ala, min, ila, these are all examples of harful jar. And the brothers previously, they had homework, and they had to go and look into Al-Quran al-Kareem for examples of harf al-jar and the word that comes after it, to see the effect of the harf al-jar and the word after it, and that it's got kasras coming. And mashallah, many of the brothers did that homework and sent it to me via WhatsApp. Here we have, the meaning is complete. Al-Kitabu li Khalidin. Al-Kitabu li Khalidin. Ad-Dars al-Khamis is introducing you to the concept that if you want to say Al-Kitabu li Khalidin, you can say it in another way, in a quick way, in a short way, by taking away the alif lam, by keeping only one dhamma, taking away the harful jar of lam, which means possession or possessive, and then quite simply, directly, you can say Kitabu Khalidin. Kitabu Khalidin. Is that clear, guys?
Yeah.
Kitabu here Khalidin. Right? And that's what this the main concept being taught in this lesson. This is known as Mudafun wa Mudafun ilayhi. Jayyid. And here you have many examples of Mudafun ilayhi in this dialogue. We've actually gone through this dialogue already, and we've been past, but because of the break and of the small number of the class, I don't want the brothers the ones who were not aware of the class starting today, I don't want to start today's actual class and they miss out. Rather that they know that there was a class, let them find out, and that it was revision. So next week they'll be more prepared for the class, inshallah. The second thing that we said that this lesson contains is this. Anyone remember what that is? Or what it is and what it's called and what it does? Junaid, let's try with your mic again. I'll try with Isa's mic off. Okay, sounds fine at the moment. Go ahead, Junaid.
Ya
What does that ya do? Again.
Yal nida.
Ahsanta wa barakallahu feek. Ya and nida. The ya which means calling somebody. Ya of nida. Nida means calling. The ya of calling. So ya of nida, you use it when you are pointing your voice at a particular person. And that actually identifies that person. Right? Now, it behaves very similar to Alif Lam. Because we said at the beginning of this book, Dars al-Awwal, هذا كتاب, هذا مسجد, هذا سرير, هذا قلم. All of those words, we had two dhammas without Alif Lam. Later on, we introduced Alif Lam. And we said that when you introduce Alif Lam, one of the dhammas drops. So you start saying, Al-Kitabu, Al-Masjidu, Al-Qalamu, Al-Miftahu, Al-Kursiyu, and so on and so forth. But then we said that you can't just say Al-Kitabu and remain silent. You have to give them some information about it. So we learned some words of how to describe nouns. So we said things like Al-Kitabu, Jadidun, Al-Waladu, Jalisun, Al-Masjidu, Qaribun, Al-Baytu, Ba'idun. These were some of the words that we learnt and used, showing that when you are speaking about a specific object or a specific person, you use Alif or Lam, and that specifies it, and you know that it's been specified because it no longer has two dhammas, no longer has tanween, which is another word for two dhammas, or two vowel points at the end of a word. So Alif or Lam specifies it, and that gives it the one dhamma. So here, when you say Kitabu Khalidin, Kitabu Khalidin, in the example that we wrote, why does it still only have one dhamma, even though there's no Alif or Lam? Isa or Junaid, both of you have the mic, or somebody else who's typing as fast. Naam Faiz, I just saw your answer. Jazakallahu khairan, ya unida ahsanta. Why has this only got one dhamma, even though there's no Alif or Lam?
You are asking for Yasir Ustad?
No. Actually, I'm eventually going to come back to Yasir. But I'm asking about the example that I gave. Why is there only one dhamma here, though there is no Alif or Lam?
In Arabic, it is to make it simple. You said when this mudafun ilay comes into place, then we replace two dhammas with one dhamma.
Okay, nice. So because it's mudaf.
Yeah.
Because it's mudaf. But the essence, what's the essence behind this meaning of it being mudaf? What is actually happening here that it deserves to have one dhamma?
To indicate that it belongs to somebody.
Okay, I don't want you to say that it indicates that it belongs to somebody, but I want you to say that this book, now the one that we're speaking about, is a specific book. Now it becomes defined. It's a specific book, similar to when we said Al-Kitabu, different to Hada Kitabun. Kitabun, two dhammas. This is a general book, any book. Al-Kitabu, the book, a specific book. And similarly, just like Alif and Lam makes a book specific, then adding someone's name to be the owner of the book also makes that book specific. Kitabu Khalidin. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, inshallah. Yeah.
Clear? So having identified this book as the one which belongs to Khalid, the word kitab without alif or lam deserves to only have one dhamma because we know which book we're speaking about. It's no longer the book that we had at the beginning of the book, at the beginning of this series, هذا kitabun, any old book. Now we're speaking about a specific book, هذا kitabu Khalidin, Khalid's book. Okay, so as you know now, alif or lam, it does two things to the word after it, or to that word that it's joined. It gives it only one vowel point after having two, and it also does what, guys? Alif or lam gives it only one dhamma, and also it does what?
Makes the book specific or gives some.
Absolutely. Yes, Isa, ahsant, wa barakallahu feek. It specifies, it defines that this is a specific book that we're speaking about. Okay, now let's come to ya un nida. Notice how the person's name is Yasirun. Over here, there's only one dhamma. Why do you think that might be?
Because of Yal Nida.
Yeah. So what has ya un nida done to Yasir? Apart from removing his two dhammas and giving him one dhamma, what has ya un nida done to Yasir?
It is also being specific that
it specified him. You have Yasirun, and Yasirun, three Yasirs sitting with you in the same room. When you look at one, you say Ya Yasiru. You're speaking about a particular one, so you defined him. So Ya un nida, it defines the word that comes after it, and it takes one dhamma. Right? It takes one dhamma. All right. This alif at the beginning is what we use to pose a question. So the question says, Kitabu Muhammadin hada. What they mean to say is, Ahada Kitabu Muhammadin. Ahada Kitabu Muhammadin. Ya Yasiru. Is this Muhammad's book, O Yasir? But the order is changed for linguistic purposes. Akitabu Muhammadin hada. Ya Yasiru. Yasir says, La hada Kitabu Hamidin. Hada Kitabu Hamid. This is Hamid's book. Saeed says, Aina Kitabu Muhammadin. And this word Aina, we picked it up in the previous lesson, which means Aina means, anyone?
I don't know.
Typing or spoken, it means where. Aina means where. Aina Kitabu Muhammadin. Where is Muhammad's book? And then Yasir says, Huwa ala al-maktabi hunaka. Okay, we learned the word huwa, and we said huwa means
that.
What is huwa doing?
That.
That. Okay, what else you might say? It's actually referring to a masculine object or thing, or person in the singular form. As in the previous class, we said Aina Hamidun. Where is Hamid? We said Huwa fil hammami. Yeah, Aina Fatimatu. Hiya. So we learned that Huwa refers to something masculine, and Hiya refers to something feminine. So here we are saying Huwa alal maktabi. Al-Maktabi. Huwa is referring to what, guys?
Kitabun.
Not kitabun. Al-Kitabu.
Al-Kitabu.
Yes, why?
A specific book.
Specific. And it only has one dhamma. Ahsant. So, huwa meaning al-kitabu, meaning kitabu Muhammadin, ala al-maktabi. Now all of a sudden we have this word here, al-maktab, and we learned that word in ad-dars al-awwal. هذا مكتب. So al should make it al-maktabu. So why does it have the kasra here, not dhamma?
It's because of the harful jar ala.
أحسن الله عليك جنيد. Because of ala. And we learned previously that ala is a harful jar. Okay, so for the brothers who have not taken these lessons yet, you need to be able to revise, download Madeenah Book 1 from the internet somewhere, and or from this room if you're able to, and then go back to the previous lessons. And also the recordings are available in archive if you are in touch, inshallah, with the administration. I'll give you the link and you'll be able to download and access the previous lessons. So, ala is harful jar. Harful jar is, as we said before, harful kasra, meaning it makes the word after it take a kasra. And because the word over here already has alif or lam, which means it only had one dhamma, the one dhamma will now become
Kasra, one kasra.
kasra. Ala al-maktabi. Why don't I say ala al-maktabi? Why am I saying ala al-maktabi?
Harful shams. Harful.
It's not harful shams. Anyone else? Faiz, Nadeem, Muzammil. We said because this alif here, it has a name. It's called
Hamzatul wasl.
Barakallahu feek. It's called Hamzatul Wasli. I'm going to type it for you guys there. Okay. Now Hamzatul Wasl. Hamzatul Wasli is that Hamza, is that alif, that when it comes at the beginning of a sentence, you pronounce it. When it comes in the middle of a sentence, you don't pronounce it. You jump straight over it to the next letter. So here you have ala, and ala, you have a fatha on the lam. You jump from that fatha and you go straight over the alif, land on the lam. So you say alal. You don't say ala al. Because the alif is hamzatul wasl and it's in the middle of a sentence, so you don't pronounce it. You only pronounce it when it comes at the beginning of a sentence. Okay. Huwa alal maktabi hunaka. And we said that hunaka means, this is one of the words that you've been taught over here. It means over there. Over there. Hunaka. Say it. Then we said over here, it says, Aina daftaru ammarin. Same combination. Daftaru ammarin. Daftar, we said it's a notebook. Not like in Urdu, daftar means, what does it mean?
Office.
Office. But in Arabic, daftar means, daftarun means notebook. Aina daftaru ammarin. Why is there two kasras over here? Isa?
Because of the jar, or
Yeah, because of the it's not harful jar. As we said, this is, the combination is called mudafun wa mudafun ilayhi. Yeah, أيوة أحسنت نديم. مضاف ومضاف إليه. I'm going to write it for you guys over here. مضاف ومضاف إليه. That's the concept I want you to remember. That's the combination I've just written there. مضاف ومضاف إليه. So the question I asked is, why has Ammar got two kasras? And Nadeem correctly answered. He said because this is مضاف إليه, And the mudafun ilayhi, the second of those two words, is the one that takes, if it originally had one dhamma, it will take one kasra. If it originally had two dhammas, it will take two kasras. This one, ammarun, from ammarun, it became ammarin. Why is there only one dhamma here, even though there's no alif wal lam over here?
Because of mudaf.
Because it's mudaf. And mudaf is
the specific, the
specific.
belongingness.
Yes, it's specific. It's specific. That's why, because it's specific, doesn't need alif wal lam for us to know that this is defined and specific. Keeps one dhamma. Aina daftaru ammarin. Where is Ammar's notebook? Huwa. And huwa here is referring to
Daftaru ammarin.
yeah, absolutely. أحسنت وأحسن الله إليك. It's referring to daftaru ammarin. It's referring to ad-daftaru, the notebook. Huwa ala. Oh, look at this. Subhanallah. Now, in the previous example, ala al-maktabi. I told you that if you have alif wal lam, the word is supposed to have one dhamma, and then it turned into one kasra. Here we have no alif wal lam, and still only one kasra. So now what's going on? I have harful jar. So who can rescue us here? Who has the answer? When anyone want to put their hand up, I'll give you the mic. According to our discussion so far, a word that is originally with one dhamma will take one kasra, and a word that is originally with two dhammas will take two kasras when there's harful jar. This one, naturally, because there's alif wal lam, it takes one kasra. But this one, it's not alif wal lam, so why is it taking one kasra? And the answer is
it because again the mudaf?
is mudaf, and what does Faiz say? Maktab and mudarris are mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. Ahsanta ya Faiz wa ahsanta ya Junayd. Ahsantuma jami'an. Yes, maktab is mudaf and al-mudarris is mudafun ilayhi. So if this is mudaf, does it need alif wal lam?
No.
Doesn't need it. What happens to it if it's mudaf? Don't be shy. What happens to it if it's mudaf? It only takes.
It will have the maktaba.
Nadim maktabu, meaning it takes only one dhamma.
Yeah.
It only takes one dhamma. So when a word is mudaf, two things happen to it. The alif and lam is dropped, and it only keeps one vowel point. Remember that, please, guys. Alif and lam is dropped, and it keeps only one vowel point. Now, in this case, it's mudaf. There's no alif wal lam. It only has one dhamma, but that dhamma has already been changed to a kasra because Isa, because of ala, because of harful jar.
Yeah.
So ala is what changed this dhamma, which used to be here, to a kasra, and the fact that this word is mudaf is what changed the two dhammas into one dhamma, two kasras therefore into one kasra. Huwa, referring to maktab, referring to ad-daftaru. Huwa ala maktabil mudarrisi. Maktabil mudarrisi. Now this has alif lam, so no need for two dhammas. Only takes one dhamma. But why is it got kasra and not dhamma?
Because of alif lam, we take
Alif lam kasra.
only one kasra.
Okay, why has it got kasra and not dhamma?
Because of mudafun ilay.
Barakallahu feek. Mudafun ilayhi will always take a kasra. Right, guys? That basically is what we have been explaining in the previous classes. And there's a lot more to explain, inshallah, but you're doing all right so far. And I think we're going to stop over there now. It's time for salah on my side. And we've done approximately 35 to 40 minutes of the lesson, approximately, as best. So we'll stop there, bi'idhnillah, continue next week. Inshallah, maybe continue the revision, but hopefully you can check the revision lessons or the previous lessons yourselves. And if the regular brothers come back, then we can continue from where we left off. Wallahu a'lam. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Before we finish, are there any questions that the brothers have to ask?
Are the previous lessons easy to access on the website?
Yeah, if you can just email the email that was on the post, markaz.athari@gmail. They'll give you the link, inshallah, to all the previous lessons, I'm sure. Now, ikhwah, any other questions? If you have a question, you can put your hand up.
Ustad, is there any online reference? I want to practice more of this grammatical rule. I'm not good with languages, so I would like to make some homework for myself.
I'm sure that if you do a search, you'll find it. You'll find a lot of material on Madeenah Book 1 and these concepts being taught. There are a lot of videos out there. People are teaching them. But I don't know, in particular, a set of recordings done by a trustworthy institute or a trustworthy individual. People that are out there, I don't know who they are. That's all I can say, to be honest.
Okay.
But the concepts are being discussed in the Arabic books, and you'll find, I'm sure, recordings of them online.
Okay.
Hopefully the brothers, if the brothers at Markaz Athari can point you in the direction of other Salafi resources, that'll be excellent. Alhamdulillah. We have some Salafi brothers teaching, like Brother Abdul Hakim Mitchell is teaching Book 1, he's taught it, and maybe those resources are also available. I'm sure it's been taught in other Salafi Marakis, and hopefully that's also available, inshallah. So a small amount of research there should be able to get you to there.
Okay, inshallah.
Yeah, there you go. Jazakallah khair for sending the archived lessons for Isa and for anybody else who needs it. Maybe, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.